right, guys. So we're back, and let's just get to it. Let's talk about the extremely disrespectful comments made by Stephen A. Smith to Shohei Ohtani. I'm going to play this video clip right now just so we can hear what Stephen A. had to say about Shohei Ohtani being kind of, I would say, being labeled as the face of baseball currently.
But the fact that you got a foreign player that doesn't speak English, that needs an interpreter, believe it or not, I think contributes to harming the game to some degree when that's your box office appeal. It needs to be somebody like Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, those guys. And unfortunately, at this moment in time, that's not the case.
There's no way to sugarcoat this. That shit was racist. There's no other way you can kind of frame it or try to give him the benefit of the doubt and everything like that. I'm just gonna say that's flat out racist. I understand his point to where he's saying, you know, to be a big superstar in America, you need to be able to speak the language. However, to say that no one's going to buy Shohei Ohtani as the face of baseball because he needs an interpreter. First of all, we said this before, but ESPN is terrible. ESPN is terrible when it comes to damn near every sport. In baseball, they're like top tier shittiness when it comes to baseball. So we shouldn't take Stephen A. Smith's comments about baseball serious at all because he doesn't know anything about baseball. He barely knows anything, right? And afterwards, he said that some of the faces of baseball need to be guys like Bryce Harper and Mike Trout. One, I don't even know if Stephen A. knows that Mike Trout is hurt right now. Two, Bryce Harper, he's had his time. He's still a great player, but Shohei and a lot of these guys are younger and just they're more talented, like for lack of a better term or phrase right now that I can think of. But the idea that because he's foreign, that's the reason why he can't be the face of baseball, I think is just ridiculous.
So we can't have foreign players and we can't have foreign substance, so what can we have?
Nothing foreign. Nothing foreign when it comes to baseball.
My thing with this is I'm older, so that comment, I don't look at it how a lot of how it's coming out, because that's how everybody, like, it was, news would broadcast like that,
right,
and all that. I don't like how he said no one's going to watch baseball. Right now, everybody is watching baseball because of him.
Right.
Because he's doing stuff that no one's done before.
Right.
And he's doing it and making it look effortlessly. Second, baseball is like huge in Japan.
Right.
And we're getting now a following from the Japanese TV stations and their fans. Right. So I think he's actually helping open the doors to baseball, because we've had it with Ichiro, we had it with Daisuke, when a Japanese-born player or an Asian-born player comes in over here, and they're very highly touted over there.
Yeah,
over here, it's they roll out like, hey, we want to take that. Just like with Yao Ming. Yeah. It didn't hurt that he was like 12 feet tall.
No.
But it was like, hey, if this is someone we can bring into a new market, it's about business. It's nothing about like, oh, whatever nationality. I bet you half the player or half the owners are like, this guy's going to bring me X amount based off of your statistics of viewers. I'm going to sign this dude 9 times out of 10. So I don't have, like I said, I don't have a problem with how Stephen A. said it. My problem is what he's saying. It makes no sense. Just like you said, he barely knows anything. He knows how to yell. He knows how to argue. He knows how to point fingers at people, but doesn't know how to really do anything with sports.
It's just so insane to me to make a comment like that. Not clearly, like I said, you don't follow the sport. Not understanding that almost every top player in the league is from overseas or
a different country.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous. It's a laughable statement. So to say like, oh, this person won't be big because they can't speak English or anything like that, it's BS. But also it shows to me just lazy. This is literally like the definition of a hot take. Yeah. This is just like, oh, what are we talking about? Baseball? Who? Shohei?
I don't know.
Doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What's next? Cowboys, because it's first take.
Yeah. Dak Prescott, yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I'll wear a cowboy hat.
Like, and I hate it because guys like this, guys like Skip Bayless, they get paid millions of dollars to talk about stuff that they literally just probably got handed some baseline stats.
No, he probably at one point, when he probably wasn't a beat writer like a lot of these people, at one point he probably knew his shit. But as the bank gets fatter,
right,
your knowledge seems to always get less, because you see a lot of these people, these broadcasters, after about, I'm the big person at ESPN.
Right.
A year later, it's like, where's that person? I don't even know. Oh, they're back writing because you didn't know anything, and the fans know that shit.
It's so bad, not only for ESPN, but just for baseball, that during the All-Star break, during a time where, like I said, Shohei was getting a lot of attention because he is literally, I've never seen this in my lifetime, someone compete in the home run derby, start the All-Star game.
And he did a perfect 1, 2, 3, what I heard.
Right, perfect 1, 2, 3, and then let off the game for the American League. Like, this is things that you just don't think about. To me, it's irresponsible to say something like that when you're seeing someone basically transcend the game right now, doing stuff that so many kids who were probably just turning through, because the All-Star game was on Fox. It's always on Fox, but they were turning through, their local Fox affiliate, and you saying, hey, isn't that the same dude who was in the home run derby? Hey, he pitches? Well, he hits too? Like, this is unheard of. So the idea that, he can't be big because he doesn't speak English, it's just ridiculous. When I was growing up, one of my favorite players was Ichiro, and I rarely heard him speak English.
It's like, and you're talking about the most diverse sport.
Exactly. Like at its time.
Well, right now, you figure, like you said, how many of the players are Latin American from all those different countries?
Huge percentage.
And then you have some from Korea, some from Japan. You're starting to see people from Australia, Europe. We're getting a few in here. So besides, I think soccer, would be the most diverse. These two would be the most diverse sports. So especially like something like that. That's where my issue is. It's not what he said. It's you don't know what you're talking about, because everybody, that's all the MLB's been doing since Trout's been hurt. And you honestly look, what has been exciting this year? Nothing. You change a few rules. There's a shitload of no hitters, but other than that, you don't have anything going on real exciting. But you have a Japanese-born player who broke the Japanese record for most home runs by a Japanese player in the first half of the season.
Right.
You have someone who's pitching awesome when he's at home.
Right.
Didn't say away. You had someone who's also not only he's leading the leagues in home run. So why? So you're saying no one wants to see that? But I bet you, I want to see the numbers of the ratings for the All-Star game and the home run competition. Guarantee it, they're up. Guarantee it, they're up.
It just goes back to the point we've been making while doing this podcast. Baseball, for it to grow, it has to accept. We have to get out of this whole traditionalist thing with this sport. It's not going to grow like that. We have to stop thinking like Stephen A. Smith, because I know there's a bunch of people that agree with him, which, again, you're totally off with this take. But you have to understand that the game's changing. The people who are at the forefront, let them be at the forefront. Your Shohei's, your Tatis Jr.'s, you saw Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit a bomb, right? An absolute bomb. That is someone who, I get it, his dad was amazing and everything like that. But again, that's someone that's not really from this country, and
he lives out here, 5 months out of the year? Right.
So, like, this idea that baseball, because it's America's pastime, it has to be, the figurehead of it has to be an American player. It's BS. It's bullshit. And people need to understand that right now, this is Shohei's time. The league is going to push him because the league wants as many eyes as possible on the game. And I guarantee you, if the Angels make a run, or once the Angels do get in the playoffs, I guarantee you ratings will be through the roof to see how he would perform in this situation. And that's what we have to understand. This is about growing baseball. This is not about your opinion on who should be the face of baseball. I don't want to hear stuff like that.
Who should be on first?
No. But let us know what you guys think. We think this was totally off board by Stephen A. Smith. But, of course, it's Stephen A. Smith and doesn't know shit about baseball.
Don't expect much.
No. But let us know what you guys think. Peace.